Hi, and welcome to Coffee Break Learning. I'd like to share with you the new LinkedIn profile. What do people see when they come to your LinkedIn profile, number one? And two, how do you recommend or endorse someone now? It's changed from before. So let me just share with you how you do that. So that's what this is about, focusing on what your profile looks like. Right now I'm on my home feed, and of course I'm seeing everybody that I'm following, anyone I'm connected to, any of the company pages, and all the sponsored stuff that comes my way. But let's go to someone's profile. If I go to my own, it'll be a little confusing because you'll see that I can edit it. But let me go to someone else's profile I'm just going to as a visitor. Let's go to Sandra. I'm sure she won't mind. So Sandra is a lovely award-winning Chamber of Commerce professional, and my office is actually very close to her office and one of my favorite people. But anyways, so let's see. So I'm seeing what? There's a background that they give to you. Your profile picture will be put into the circle now. So the new look on LinkedIn gives you a circle around your profile photo. It's a lovely profile photo, Sandra. Then as you scroll down, what you see is, I always call it your bio, your elevator pitch. So if what you do in your title says it for who you are, then that's what you want to put there. Unless you'd like to say something about your identity there, you can do that as well. We'll have a whole other conversation about filling in your LinkedIn profile another time. What this one's about is just what the new LinkedIn profile, what people will see when they come to your LinkedIn profile. This is what they'll see. So they're going to see what you put in there as your bio, your headline, and then you're going to see the places that you've worked, places that you've gone to school, and where you currently live. And if you have over 500 followers, they'll see 500 plus. If you have under 500 followers, they'll see the number of followers you have. So you can message the person from there, someone can message you. Then if you have had any recent activities, posts, which are those things that look like blogs that you can create on LinkedIn. I've had a number of Coffee Break Learnings showing you how to do that, tutorials. They're very powerful. You can see Sandra definitely does take advantage of sharing with her members information that they need to know through posts. And daily activity. That's going to be any of the likes or any comments that she's had. So that's right under their headline. And then as you go down, you can move this around, and there'll be another, like I said, Coffee Break Learning, sharing with you how to move these sections of your profile around. This is generally what it looks like: the experience, education, and you can put those up and down, featured skills, and endorsement. So if you wanted to endorse somebody, this is where you would go. You'd go down and see which featured skills and endorsements are already there. And I can see all these feature skills and endorsements for Sandra right here. So if I'd like to also say, yeah, she's awesome at communication. So there you go. It went from 17 to 18 people because I decided to give her an endorsement on that. Featured articles, social media, public speaking. Oh my goodness, this girl is talented. So I can go and give her broadcast. I can go and give her all sorts of, I already did these two, recommendations, and that's how you do it. That's where it is. Someone had reached out asking me where is it in the new feature. So that's where you have to go. Another thing you might see that's really new, I'll show you that in a second. Up here you got the your profile, your bio, the recent activity, experience, current experience, and then it goes into past experience, current education, past education, and then features and your endorsements, where you can give the person more endorsements. It'll show up on your activity when you endorse somebody. It'll show up on their activity when they get endorsed. So it's kind of cool, giving you content for your own activity stream when you endorse someone. Recommendations are right down here. So she's received 2 recommendations, and you can see what those recommendations are, and then who she's following. So which businesses is she following? So I often say, if you're new to LinkedIn or you're not sure who to follow, go to someone you respect and see which businesses are they following, and follow those businesses as well. Whoops, I didn't mean to go there too that quickly. Follow different businesses and it shows up right there. Okay, so what else? There's this part up here which is new, this dot dot dot. So if you click on that, I can share this profile if I wanted to let somebody know, hey, you need to connect with Sandra, she's amazing. I can remove the connection if I want to, if I don't want to be connected with her anymore, I don't want to see her updates. Not the case, Sandra, I want to see your updates. If I want to report or block, they don't get a message that they've been reported or blocked, but say I just don't want to see her updates anymore, you can block them there. Of course I want to see her updates. Follow, if I want to unfollow her activity stream, I can unfollow it. And this is what I wanted to share with you, is if I want to request a recommendation, if I want to ask Sandra, hey, I'd like a recommendation from you, then what'll happen is she'll get a LinkedIn message asking her to fill in a box the recommendation, and then I get it back once she's done that to approve it, and then it'll go live on my profile. So I'm glad they've put that there, because that was my favorite, one of my favorite parts of LinkedIn before was a recommendation feature, and I feel it kind of lost its way in the last couple of years when they had endorsements hitting you in the face every time you turn around. So I would suggest recommendations is a nice way to go. And as you can see, when someone gives you a recommendation, it becomes part of your LinkedIn profile. It's like getting a testimonial. It's like getting references. So I would suggest you follow up on that, especially if you had a great client experience. Don't be shy, ask for a recommendation. If that client's in a certain industry and they are the kind of clients you'd like, that industry, more of them, then that recommendation gets posted. Their peers on LinkedIn see it, your followers see it, and then all of a sudden it's like, you know, someone has posted a testimonial for you. So it's a fabulous of getting testimonial. So I'm going to share with you how you do that. I just click on select relationship. You were a client of Sandra's, client's a client of yours. Yeah, so I'm going to say that. And which position? Of course, my company. And then next, so it's easy. And say, hey Sandra, can you write me a recommendation? And that's it. So now she's going to get this in her message as a notification. And when she fills in the request for recommendation, it's going to come back. It won't go live on your or mine. It won't go live until you approve it. So I like that as well. So it's pretty cool. And that's what I really wanted to show you. The changes on the profile, the public changes, what people see. So you got to look at that and say, okay, so what's important on my profile now? My activity is here. Well, let me show you something else. If I was to click on see more posts, it's going to take me to this new view as well. Again, this is all Sandra now. It's all about you, Sandra. So it's all Sandra. These are all of her articles that she's written. It's all of the articles that she's posted. So it's pretty cool. So that if I want to click on this, I go back to the article she's written. I'm glad they're calling it articles, because it really is more like an article. But this is what they were calling posts. I call them blogs. So this is where I have another coffee break learning that shows you how to create these, and they're very powerful. And what Sandra does is she embeds a YouTube video in them. It's a very smart way to communicate with your members and with your clients. So that shows up on the when you click on more, or when you click on articles, that first column is articles, anything you've written. The second column are posts, any of the posts that you know, if you're sharing a link, if you're putting out a link, but you didn't create an article, you didn't create a blog on LinkedIn. Articles are like blogs on LinkedIn. If you just made a post, then that's where it shows up, which is really nice, because before you couldn't really find them. You didn't know where they were. You would post something that was lost on Facebook. You post something, you go back, someone comes back to your profile or your business page, it's there. It wasn't so on LinkedIn for a while, but now it's so. There you go. And then activity, you have to know that everyone can see your activity. Anything that you've done, if you've liked anything, if you've shared anything, will show up on your activity. So say I go to someone that, that's funny, they've got Sandra's picture next to Richard Hurley, and they've got Richard Hurley's picture next to Cammie. Jerry Baldwin, that's right. George Borbolas, that's right. But they've mixed up a little bit. I wonder what'll happen when I click on Richard Hurley. Oh, it does go to Richard. So even though it had Cammie's photo next to it. So when I go to Richard, I know for a fact so Richard's on it, which is awesome. Looks fantastic. I very much respect Richard. He's the head of the department that will lecture at once in a while at Trent University. What happens is when you go to someone's page, it'll say, hey, you want to endorse Richard for public speaking. Sophie, you're skilled in public speaking. You both worked at Trent University. So I can either skip it or I can endorse it. And so it ends up really cool, because now he's got some endorsements happening at the bottom of his right here. So higher education, research, so I'm able to endorse them. LinkedIn actually reaches out to you when you go to their profile to say, hey, do you want to endorse this person? So that's pretty cool. And again, if I want to go here and I want to request a recommendation, I can do that. And I would say, hey, I want a recommendation. And of course, in this case, it would be from working together at Trent. So it's a great way to get your networking going and to get recommendations. And your recommendations really are like testimonials on steroids. I always say, always say that. Anyways, I hope that was helpful. Now I'm going to have my next segment, Coffee Break Learning, is going to be showing you how to pimp up your profile. So if I go to my own profile, you can see I've got a background photo, I've got my information here as to what I do for a living, and then there's all sorts of cool stuff that happens under it. So I'm going to show you how you can manage your own profile and add sections to it. So stay tuned for your next episode of Coffee Break Learning.